The Sim World Racing presents the All-American Racing. Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Watkins Glen International. Stop number 28 for the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Playoff race number 2 in round 1 of the 2024 playoffs. We bring to you the Finger Lakes Fiasco 132. Tonight, from Watkins Glen, road course racing in the playoffs is the name of the game as we get set to go 54 laps around this 2.42 mile road course. The boot layout, as they call it there, with that indent on the top right hand corner of the track layout. Practice just wrapping up here from Watkins Glen as we get set to go into qualifying. 10 minutes of qualifying tonight on the road course, so a little extra qualifying time on track for these guys. We'll take a look here at the time standings. They're the lap time standings on the board right now. You can see Dave Lafano sitting on top with a 1:12.224, just marginally better than Kyle Purcell in the 01. He is setting a time of 1:12.250. Brendan Mathia 1:12.286, Alan Bledsoe a 1:12.298, and Travis Rodriguez a 1:12.6. Names on the left-hand side of the screen in yellow are the drivers contending for the 2024 championship here as we work our way through the 10 race playoff system. The driver in blue, Riley Hoots, last week's winner, picking up his first All-American Racing League Cup Series win in his short career here with us in his first season of the All-American Racing League Cup Series action. So his name is in blue as he has locked himself into the round 12, currently sitting in the round of 16. With that in mind, let's take a quick look here at the upcoming schedule as we work our way through towards the end of September. On your screen there now, you can see the Cup Series round 16. Race number 3 goes next Tuesday evening from Bristol Motor Speedway. That'll be the final round, the final race in the round of 16. 2 weeks from tonight, we head to Kansas Speedway for the first race of the round of 12. Then we will head to Talladega Superspeedway for the final race of the year at the drafting tracks. And then we will head back to another road course for the final and cutoff race in round 12 for these playoffs. And that'll take us to the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And just another, take a look here also at the Truck Series. 2 races left here in September. The final race of the 3-round round of 10 goes September 8th at Kansas Speedway. And then the first race of the round of 8 goes September 15th from Talladega Speedway. So that is racing with the All-American Racing League Cup Series, the Truck Series, Sunday nights, broadcasted by none other than Dave Lafano and Dave Hara. So let's look at the upcoming All-American Racing League schedule as we see Kyle Purcell spin out here at the on your screen. Also, so take a look here at 2 playoff drivers on the speedway currently on this track. The 20 is Larry Garns, and then behind him that 75 machine, that is the AutoServe Ford Mustang of James Nelson. A couple more cars out on track. Cameron Harris in the number 27 Mobile 1 machine as he heads down through into the boot at the far end of the back straightaway, and he disappears, which means qualifying is about to start. That is the end of practice here for the All-American Racing League Cup Series. We get set to go qualifying. Like I mentioned, 10 minutes at the road courses, so we will bring up the display here on the left-hand side of your screen to keep track of all the cars who are completing laps under the qualifying window. A few cars already on track. That looks to be Kyle Purcell out there in that beautiful new paint job on that 01 Toyota Camry. 2 wins on the year for Kyle. He's out of Chicago, Illinois. And he picked up the win at COTA earlier this year, so success on the road course. And then he also picked up the win at Worldwide Technology Raceway just a few races ago. Kyle Purcell in the 01. On track here, we see the Dr. Pepper Cherry machine. That is Riley Hoots. He is out of Palm Bay, Florida. 1 win on the week, or they're on the year, coming last week in Atlanta. Picked up his first win, getting that monkey off the back of his. He has been in a position at the end of a handful of races, just wasn't able to capitalize on that, but he has got a victory under his belt now, so look for him to continue to propel himself through the 2024 playoffs. As I mentioned earlier, the only driver currently locked into the round of 12 with that win last week at Atlanta. Brendan Mathia in the 99 Tootsie's machine rolls through the boot here. Excuse me. Sorry, the inner loop. I get them mixed up. That is the inner loop. They call it here as he works through turn number 5. That is the carousel onto the short shoot down to turn number 6. 6 wins on the year out of Bonner Springs, Kansas, is Brendan Mathia. Leads the way, tied with Alan Bledsoe with 6 wins on the 2024 season. So he completes his first warm-up lap. He will be back around and down to the green flag to start his first of 2 timed laps. Michael Kurgelek, also a playoff contender in the number 41 machine. He is out of Louisville, Kentucky. Driving that butt kicker, Moza Motorsports, number 41. He heads up through the S's and onto that straightaway, looking towards the interloop as he heads into that set of corners. Carousel, he will come back around to the start finish line, hoping to set a fast time and get himself a great starting spot here for this race. Finger Lakes Fiasco 132 from Watkins, Glen International. So Kyle Purcell, first car to complete a lap here under time, as he will go with a 1:12.442. Riley Hughes stops the clock second at 1:13.064. Bledsoe jumps in there in third currently with a 1:13.173. And James Nelson a 1:13.584 currently sitting fourth. Cam Harris a 1:14.750. He will be the 5th car in on the scoring pylon as you see it. We'll keep an eye on Kyle Purcell back through the inner loop here. Gets some good jumping off there. Brendan Mathia breaks that 1:13 barrier. He's down to a 1:12.560. So does Dave Lorfano, a 1:12.887. Times are picking up here as more cars complete their first of 2 qualifying laps around the 2.42 mile Watkins Glen International. A few other tracks, a few other cars on track. That's the 79 Toyota Camry of Cameron Harris. He is out of San Antonio, Texas. 2 AARL Cup Series wins in the 2024 season for Travis. Picked up the last road course win. Coming at Chicago, the streets of Chicago last week, he won that one, or a couple weeks ago, he won for his 2nd win on the year. So keep an eye on him as he is a fast road course racer with us on a regular basis. And then the other guy, so 3 road courses so far this year have been completed. The opening one at COTA, Circuit of the Americas, won by Kyle Purcell. Brendan Mathia picked up the win when we went to California and the Sonoma Raceway. And Travis Rodriguez picked up the win. Oh, hard contact there with the inside pit wall as he got loose coming out of the final turn. As I was saying, he picked up that final road course victory as he won the event at Chicago Street Circuit. So another one here, keep our eyes on Dave Hara, yet to win this year in the All-American Racing Cup Series, though. He's out of Charlotte, North Carolina, driving that number 15 Camaro, the Gamer 2 Elite number 15. Works his way through the carousel and down the short straight into turns 6 and 7. To set a time here on his first of 2 qualifying laps. corner. He's going to come out at the last turn and cross back over the start-finish line. See if he gets himself a lap time here. First lap, a 1:14.203. Not bad for Dave Hare. Currently sitting 11th out of the cars that have qualified. He works his way down towards turn number 2. He'll head up through the S's, they call it. Here, as you can see him there, coming up through the S's under full throttle. Make his way onto the long back straightaway. And he should come into the picture here on the entry of the bus stop. There he is there. Goes over those curves, gets himself straightened back out the other side of the bus stop. Back down here through the carousel he'll come. Down the short straightaway, looking down in from turn number 6. There you can see him working his way off of the little bit of a runoff they have there on the outside of turn number 5, down into 6 here. See if he is able to make it. He runs over there the curves. That'll be happening a lot tonight. Down into the final turn number 7. Works his way back down across the start to finish line. See if he can improve on his time. And he does not improve on that one, so he's going to stay at a 1:13.900. 1:13.900. Couple more cars on track. This is the 17 of Randy Sprouse driving that Georgia Tech Ford at Appomattox, Virginia. Sorry if I screwed that up. Appomattox, Virginia. He comes back across the line for a second lap of time. Improves on his first lap, a 1:16.740 for Randy Sprouse. No more cars currently sitting on track, so it looks like everyone who wants to qualify has made their attempt. 13 cars timed in so far. 19 cars look like they will look to take the green flag here this afternoon. About 2 minutes left to go in qualifying, so if anyone's going to head out and make a lap, they better get going because they are going to run out of time. But just looking here at the starting lineup, some notable road course name that is not in the top 13, at least, that is Travis Rodriguez. Unable to set a time here from Watkins, Glen, so he will be coming from deep in the pack. A guy to keep our eye on here. Playoff contender and winner of the last road course race, as I mentioned. So it's the top, the drivers who have made a lap here. Scroll across the top of your screen. Reminder, any driver in yellow is currently in the playoffs, and anyone in blue has currently locked themselves into the next round. That being one driver, Riley Hoots, in his number 91, automatically enters round number 2. There's a great shot here of the Watkins Glen Speedway from the blimp cam. There you can see the bus stop there at the left-hand side of your screen, with the front straightaway up at the top right-hand side of your screen there, just in front of those grandstands, the big pit section, and the camping area, all throughout the Watkins Glen International Raceway, as we are almost set to go pace lapping here from this event. As I said, race number 28 of the 2024 All-American Racing League Cup Series, and race 2 of round 1 of the playoffs. Well, we have a quick second here. Let's see if we can pull up the points. Just bear with me, see if we got them updated for you. So let's take a look here at the point standings coming into this one. So you can see Riley Hoots with 4,000 points automatically locked into that next round. Brendan Mathia currently holding strong in, I guess, first overall in the cars that are contending for advancement into the playoffs. as he is with 3,098. Behind him, Bledsoe with 3086, Dave Lurfano 3059, and Travis Rodriguez runs at the top 5 with 3053. We'll come back to those a little later in the broadcast, but for now, we should get set to go here from the Speedway. As the cars should be forming up, I believe, on either the front straightaway or pit road. We'll take a quick look. There they are, as the cars line themselves up on the front straightaway as we get set to go racing here for 54 laps, the distance around. The Speedway this afternoon. Starting lineup here on your screen as the field will pull away. Kyle Purcell goes from the pole. He is out of Chicagoland, Illinois. Outside him will be the 8 of Dave Lurfano from Poland, Maine. Brendan Mathai out of Bonner Springs, Kansas will go from 3rd. James Nelson, Harper Ferry, West Virginia driver, start 4th. Riley Hoots out of Palm Bay, Florida, and outside him on row number 3, that is Ken Pack out of Greer, South Carolina. Row number 4 has Alan Bledsoe out of Springfield, Missouri. Louisville, Kentucky's Michael Kurgelek will go out of the 8th starting spot. Cam Harris out of San Antonio, Texas. He will start inside Chad Snyder's number 26 out of Mineralville, Virginia. Dave Harrell will go from Charlotte, North Carolina. He is in the 11th starting spot. Larry Garnes outside him in the 20. 7th row, we'll see Randy Sprouse in his number 17. Outside him will be Vacaville, California's Kelly Thomas. Travis Rodriguez, as I mentioned, a definite factor this afternoon. Should be a factor this afternoon, as he will go from the 15th starting position. No time for him. Outside him from Midlothian, Texas, a fellow Texan, Michael Boone. Curtis Sabrin in the out of Hudson, North Carolina, in his number 6 car, I believe. Sorry, the number is wrong on the screen. Outside him will be Tommy Osborne in that number 1. He's out of East Lynn, West Virginia. And starting shotgun on the field tonight, Tyrone Yo out of York, Pennsylvania will bring that number 2 car to the green flag here momentarily as the field rolls their way through the carousel. They are headed down to point number 5 as they will get set to go on the way to start this one. 54 laps the distance, as I mentioned tonight, as the field rolls through turns number 6. Now back down the short street between 6 and 7. Pole sitter Kyle Purcell should be the first car to fire. He will wait for the starter's green flag this time as they roll off of turn number 7 down towards the Geico restart zone, and we get set to go racing here. Green flag is out at Watkins, Glen. Makes it through turn 1 and 1 as they head back up turns 2 and the S's. Kyle Purcell leading the way. Looks like the Mathai 99 able to sneak by Lurfano. James Nelson and Lurfano now side by side through the S's. That's going to be a little tricky as they get to the top and to the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway, looks like Lurfano's got the edge as the 75 will drop in line behind him. He's going to bring Riley Hoots and Alan Bledsoe through behind him. They work their way through the bus stop out of turn. That bus stop down into turn number 5. Sorry, it continues to be Kyle Purcell, Brendan Mathai, Dave Lurfano, James Nelson, Riley Hoots. Your top 5 as they work their way all the way towards turn number 6. So back into 7 back down the start finish line. Lead lap number 1. Kyle Purcell still on top of the file of Lurfano, Nelson, and now Bledsoe. Top To the inside of Dave Hara from turn number 1, side to side on the outside down there. That's his to get positioning here to 15 this time up the hill. Chad Snyder has got a bit of an incident. He is facing the wrong way at the right bottom of turn number 2. Get that car pointing in the right direction. Running that beautiful Chase Luck number 26 paint job. He is going to have some issues as he has a mechanical black flag and that tire is pointed the wrong way as he tries to make his way up the S's. Back up front though, 0-1 out of Chicagoland, Illinois. That is Kyle Purcell showing the way. Have a battle for the lead as they come out of turn number 7. Riley, sorry, that is Miranda Mathai. He looks to have a great run. He should win that lap right there at the line. They go side by side into turn number 1. Purcell on the inside. Mathai holds him tight against that inside line, but that is going to open the door for the 0-1 to get a great run out of turn number 1 and through 2 and back up through the S's. As Mathai is going to drop in behind Purcell's 0-1 as they work down the back straightaway. Back into the bus stop, you can see the field starting to stretch itself out here as we work lap number 3. Just taking a quick look here at the stage levels. It will be at the end of lap 12 and 24 for tonight's race. 12 and 24. Chad Snyder still sitting out of the way there on the exit of turn number 6. I think it seems to be able to have made it through clearly so far. He's still looking to get back to the road. The attention of his pit crew as he works back down the front straightaway here on lap number 4. Complete lap number 4. Further back, you have the the Dave Lefano number 8 Graham Collision Assault Motorsports Toyota there, running in 3rd spot. He works his way through the bus stop. Right behind him is Alan Bledsoe. 6 wins on the year for Alan Bledsoe. A strong play off front. Right behind him, Trevor. Straight away towards 6. Sitting right now in the 6th spot and under attack from road course ringer Travis Rodriguez. That is the 75 for. That is James Nelson trying to hold off Rodriguez. He's already up 8 positions from his starting spot. He's going to make that 9 here. On the entry to turn number 1. Travis looks to be inside. Blake's blowing already. He's able to make that move look a little easier. Drifts it by past the 75 though, great run back on the inside, not even going to make anything of it though as Juggles able to keep that car in front, moving into the 6th spot, up 9 positions, and out with the green flag. Biggest mover and shaker so far this year is Chase Snyder. Up the lane at the Chicago road course earlier this year, so definitely knows how to get his car around these road course and right turns. Carousel, take a look in the little field back. Here's the 16 minutes. Ken Pack in the Prisma Healthcare machine. Camaro, the other through South Carolina is Ken Pack as he works down that back again. Still trying to make up the ground he lost earlier. Riley Hoots, who's up now into the 9th position. So down 4 spots from his original starting spot, but not quite too far out of it quite yet as he works his way. 7 down the front straightaway, and so we'll come into view of the stars and straightaway. Right behind him, we talked about him a little earlier. That is the Gamer Tube Elite number 15 Camaro. That Charlotte, North Carolina. 15, and right behind him, Cam Harris in his number 27, Rover 1 Toyota Camry. Used to be a regular with the All-American Racing Cup Series a few seasons ago. Wasn't able to join us for all the races this year, but always a competitive car when it's in the field. Looking to welcome him back on a more permanent basis as we get here towards the end of the playoffs. Another early season winner picking up the big victory at Phoenix was Kelly Thomas. He's the driver of the Exxon Mobil 128 Ford. He is out of Vacaville, California. Works his way through the carousel here as he works back down the short chute headed towards track 6. Another playoff driver, that is the number 20 of Larry Gartz, as he works his way a same position on track there as he works 6 and up Camaro. Side-by-side battle on the track. That's Randy Sprouse in that number 17, and then the 2. That is Tyrone Yo in that number 2 Twisted T Ford Mustang as they go to number 7. Yo currently sitting in the 14th spot. Tommy Osborne right there also in this mix. Driving that lead for the side head down the front straight. That's going to shuffle Randy Sprouse back to the 16th position. Right behind him is the 54 Castrol Edge machine. That is Curtis Sovereign as he continues to work here. Looks like he's got a bit of front end damage on that thing. As you can see there, might have gone into something a little earlier, but he works his way up the hill through the S's and down the back straightaway. Finally, that number 5 car running currently in the 18th position. Unfortunately, had to miss last week's event. That's Michael Boone. He's out of Midlothian, Texas. Driving that number 5 car here down the back straightaway at Watkins, Glen. And then, unfortunately, early trouble for Chad Snyder in Chase Black Memorial number 26. Good job on that one. That was cleaned up by his buddy over there. Great job. He was painted up, looked up Noah on Facebook. He's doing a good job. Currently 2 laps down, but hopefully he will be in a position to earn a lucky dog and wave around here at the end of the first stage. Speaking of the end of the first stage, we're drawing ever nearer to that as we are on lap number 8. We'll be at the completion of lap number 12 for the stage caution. Through the carousel they come, working their way onto that short straightaway. Everyone uses the runoff pretty wide there as they get it back on track before they get to that grass section. Down into turn number 6 they go. That's the gap from first to second right there on the screen. You can see number 5 trying not to lose the back of that 0-1 car. He's going to keep him in front of him as close as he can as we work our way through stage number 1. On the bottom right hand side of your screen, just over 0.8 of a second gap from first to second, and then 7.2 seconds back to third. So these 2 cars are kind of in a time zone of their own, so to speak, as they work back through the S's and back onto the back straightaway. Keep an eye though, gotta keep an eye on Travis Rodriguez in that 79 up to 5th spot now. Currently about 9 seconds behind the leader, but in a couple of laps that will be down to nothing. And we'll reset down at the end of stage number 1. But here he goes into a stop. Stuck behind Chad Snyder. Virgil looks to get a run on that 79. That is a battlefield position. There between himself and Rodriguez. Rodriguez able to hold that position as they work their way out of the carousel. Back down the short chute, headed towards turn 6. Up front, though, Coppercell continues to be the car leading the way here. I think he's led all but 1 lap so far of the 9 complete here from Watkins Glen. His last lap just a little slower than his best lap so far this afternoon, keeping the pace up and headed in the right direction is that number 01 car as he works through the bus stop. Gets a big piece of air there through the first part of it. Getting off the curves pretty hard. And hopefully he can keep this thing going. Beautiful new paint job on that number 01 car this week. Chicago Tire and Auto Repair. So Chicago Tire and Auto Repair on the hood of that Camry as we work our way down to the completion of the first 10 laps of the 54 scheduled distance here this afternoon down the front straightaway. There we go. Down into turn 1. Still right there, 0.6 of a second is the difference from first and second as they work through turn number 2 this time. Up the S as they come. Down the back straightaway towards the bus stop. Here they come into the entrance of the bus stop, right back into your living room through the entry of the bus stop, back out of the bus stop on this time. To the carousel they go. Oops, sorry about that. As you can see, Purcell has opened up to about a second there, so got a little gap back to the 99 car that time. Worked their way down the front straightaway, back across the line. So at the end of this one, we should see the completion of stage number 1 here. As Purcell has been the dominant car so far this afternoon, as he has led all but one lap here as the 99 Mathias was able to get him. I think on lap 2 he was able to nose him out at the start-finish line as Kyle didn't get the best run off of 7. Was able to capitalize on that inside line back down into turn number 1. Through the bus stop, back down through the carousel onto the short chute as we work our way towards the completion of stage number 1. As the caution flag comes out and the field will be gathered behind the back of the iRacing pace car as they head up through the S's. Give the stage 1 win to the number 01 on Kyle Purcell. Behind him will be the 99 of Mathias. Third goes to Alan Lutz, Dave Rafano, Michael Kurgelak will round out your top 5. 6 through 10 is Travis Snyder, James Nelson, Riley Hoots, David Hara, and Ken Pack. All those drivers will be the recipients of regular standing points. 10 for the stage win, 1 for 10th, and 9, 8, 7, so on and so forth from first right back to 10th. So the field will gather itself back up behind the pace car here as they work through the bus stop. Pit road should be open this time by for the leader as we should see all these cars head down pit road for a full tank of E85 Sunoco ethanol fuel as well as 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Step away for a quick second here and we will be right back and we will reset the field for you coming back out of this one. So it looks like Kyle Purcell elects not to pit at the completion of stage 1. He will be the restart leader when race gets back going. Looks like Chad Snyder will be the recipient of the free pass here at the first caution of the evening, or the afternoon, sorry. And he will get back to 1 lap down, so that's a big turn of events for the Snyder. Number 26, as he now will only be 1 lap down here at the beginning of stage number 2. Obviously, still wants to get back on the lead lap, but 1 lap down is better than 2, that's for sure. So we'll reset the field here. Looks like it's going to be Kyle Purcell going from first position. Dave Lafano, Travis Rodriguez. Second and third, Brendan Mathia drops a few spots there, as well did Alan Bledsoe, as they are back to 4th and 5th. They'll make up the inside of the second row, inside of the third row, outside in 6th. Looks like it's right now going to be Riley Hoots, Dave Harris should be row 4. Ken Pack, Cam Harris will be row number 5. Kelly Thomas, Larry Garnes, row 6. Tyrone Yo and Tommy Osborne in row 7. Curtis Sabrin and Michael Boone in row number 8. James Nelson will be in 17th, so definitely a pit stop issue for the 7 and 5 there, as he will restart at the back of the field for this one. As hopefully we should be seeing the white flag this time at the start-finish line. And the field will be doubled up and ready to get back going. As I say that, the lights go out on the iRacing pace truck, so that means green flag will be coming next time these cars make it back around at start-finish line. Will be underway as we get set to start stage number 2. We'll come around to the green flag, and then stage number 2 will end at the completion of lap number 24. So we will look to the end of stage number 2. Different front row here as we get set to restart this one. Dave Lafano will start on the outside, and Travis Rodriguez up from his starting spot, currently up 12 positions from where he started and up into the battle here, as he should be a car to keep an eye on here as we work our way through stage number 2. Through the bus stop, the field rolls this time, bound through the carousel. It'll just be a few quick turns away from the start of stage number 2 as we get going here. As we jump on board the roof cam on the 01 Kyle Purcell machine. The roof cam brought to you by Quick Finishers Racing, like QFRL. Friday nights on the Sim World Racing Network. Green flag usually around 8:05 or so, live on the air at about 7:55. That's brought to you by AutoServe. The Quick Finishers Racing League broadcast is called by Dave and Dave as we get set to go back through the gears and onto the front straightaway here as they work their way out of turn number 7. Field in the hands of the Purcell 01 into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back up for that 01. He's going to be able to hold power position on the inside. He's going to try to bring through Travis Rodriguez as he looks to the inside of the machine. Not able to get it done. Bledsoe makes contact with the inside wall. He's got going the wrong way. Make sure he's able to continue. He is after some contact with the inside wall. No harm, no foul. Flag so far for the 42. He is going to be very back in the field. Back down into the bus stop on the first lap of stage number 2. Purcell leads the way over Lafano, Rodriguez, Mathia, and Riley Hoots back up into the top 5 after his issues early in this one. far. Purcell, is able to go on a tank of fuel. It still has the car in the field, so don't make it pissed up. See if he will flip this stage, pit early, and then be able to stay out in front on the restart at the end of stage number 2 as the battle for second is heating up as Rodriguez looks to the inside of the corner. That time to give that position to Travis Rodriguez, but Dave's not giving up quite yet. He's battling back on the inside. Turns 2. He's going to have to drop in line as they head up Fiasco. Yes, as they go. Kyle Purcell still leading the way. Down the back straightaway in towards the bus stop. Great shot from the inside wall of the bus stop on the entry. Way through the bus stop. Single file is the best way to get through there without issues. Their way back down now into the carousel. Take a long shot back down from turn 6 towards turn 5. You can see them all get very wide as one car gets a little squirrely on the rumble strips. He's going to lose a handful of spots. Looks like that's Matthias. He gets passed by Hoots there as they work their way through the last corners here on lap number 17. Down the front straightaway they go. This time across the line. 17 down to 15.1. Kyle Purcell leading the way. He has been the dominant car so far this afternoon. Keeping in mind, get to pit for fuel or tires when all these other guys came down pit road at the end of the stage. We'll see if they are able to see what the strategy develops here, as last time we ran a road course there at Chicago, Purcell pitted, even though he could make it to the end of stage 2, pitted early in the second stage, and then took advantage of that by being a restart car after not having to pit at the end of the stage. So we'll see if he uses that same kind of mentality here in this one. Watkins wants to propel himself to a good start to the final stage, which should be obviously the longest stage of the afternoon. Probably going to be working into around 25 to 30 laps by the time we get going at the end of stage number 2. So definitely we'll need a pit stop in that last stage. And if it's only one, see if Purcell sets himself up for an opportunity to capitalize. But right now he's in the driver's spot, open up a lead of about 4.5 seconds back to the 8th machine in front of Bono. As it looks like Travis has dropped back a few positions. Now is Matthias and Hoots get by him. Now Hoots runs wide. On the next one, he's going to lose 2 spots as Rodriguez and Virgil get by him as they head up through turn 2 and the S's. He's going back into 6th position. Like Matthias got off course there, so he was definitely slow coming to the top of the S's. That's going to open the door for Rodriguez inside the line through the bus stop. Give that one to Rodriguez. He bumps it off the curbs. Still holds position as they enter the carousel. Carousel, it's going to be Rodriguez, Matthias, Kurtzlek, and Hoots, the 4 cars over here under a blanket. As I say that, though, he won't be able to make a move on Travis, but Hoots to the inside of Kurtzlek through 6. He's going to go wide. He's going to cross him back over as they head to 7, but Hoots is still able to hold that position. He's going to hold off the Kurtzlek this time out of turn 7 and down the front trailer and complete this 19th lap of the race. Kurtzlek gets to the inside of Hoots there. Turn 2 up the S's and onto the back straight. Looks like Hoots got a little bit of a shape, but open the door for the our way down to the bus stop, single file for the most part, as they work their way through the bus stop and down towards the carousel. Still continues to be up front. Kyle Purcell back there is number 16 and going on to the 7th spot. Great run for Dave here. He'll be the first to tell you he is not a fan of the road course racing. Holding is all out here, sitting in the beautiful position behind him. That is Cam Harris, driving at 27. He is playing 10. James Nelson back on his way up the leaderboard after starting that stage back in about the 16th position. He's currently sitting in the 10th in the final car. Heading into turn number 1 to use the final car in the top 10. Last car to score points as Travis Rodriguez has had an off-track incident. He's going the wrong way coming out of turn number 1. Let's see what happened. Into turn number 1 he goes. Sorry, going pretty hard. Cuts to the inside, hits that curve, and just gets the back end loose on the exit of turn number 1. It's slightly into the inside wall at the exit of pit road. So he will be able to, should be able to right it. And will point it back in the right direction and head it on as he is now down to the 11th position. So, Five, 6, and 7. Nelson as he works his way through that penultimate corner down to turn number 7 this time. So down to 7 right down to start finish line. Up front though, Kyle Purcell keeps his way by 6.8 seconds over Delorfano number 8. Behind him, Brennan Mathia. Curtis Riley, who's still in the top 5 as we work lap number 22. A couple laps to go here in the stage in this one, but the field currently cycles around under green flag. Only one caution so far this afternoon for the end of stage number 1. And we look towards the end of stage number 2 here just short. What we're seeing and how it's playing out, looks like Kyle Purcell might be able to make it to the end of stage number 2 without having to come down pit road at all. As I say that, he will get on the brakes and bring that car down to a crawl as he heads down pit road. You're going to see the Lofano number 8 take control of the lead this time out of turn number 7. Lofano goes through into the lead as he will be the new leader here on lap number 23. Kyle Purcell on pit road, bringing that car to the attention of the pit crew. 4 fresh tires in the tank, a Goodyear field. Sunoco fuel will be the call as he will join the field after the completion of his pit stop, back down in probably at least position. But like I said, same thing, same kind of strategy in Chicago. Hit it earlier in the stage, gave up the stage points to get a good starting position for the final stage as they work their way through the bus stop this time. Should be 1 lap to go when they get back around here in stage number 2. Second back to Mathia, who are looking to capitalize potentially here in the late stages of stage 2 to get that ever so important stage win, resulting in 10 points in the points index as well as 1 playoff point added to your total at the start of each of the rounds that carries through. Lofano works his way off of turn number 1 here on lap number 24, so last lap of the stage. As the field rolls its way up the S's and down towards the bus stop. A couple cars 1 lap down. Looks like 2 cars 1 lap down. That is Chad Snyder and Larry Garns. Looks like Purcell was able to come back out in about the 12th spot after his bus stop, but like I said, should propel himself back into a restart. Front row restart position, not having to pit with these guys when they come down pit road. So we work off the turn number 6. We should get set for the completion of stage number 2 this time off of turn number 7. Out of turn number 7. Caution flag is out. Stage 2 is complete. Dave Lafano will pick up the stage victory. 10 regulars, or 10 playoff. Sorry, I am not finding it easy to talk tonight. 10 points will be added to his total for the standings, and then 1 playoff point that he will carry through the next 2 rounds to help him at the start of each round. Well, definitely the more playoff points you have, it makes your life a lot more easier to get through the rounds here. But field will get gathered up behind the iRacing pace truck. Looks like it's going to be Lafana, Mathia, Kurgelek, Hoots, Hare the top 5. Nelson's able to rebound up into, I believe, the 6th spot. It's going to be Harris, Pack, Thomas, and Rodriguez will be your top 10 if the scoring on the left-hand side is correct. With that in mind, though, we are going to take a step away for a brief second here. Let the field come down pit road and complete their pit stops, and we'll be back on the other side to bring you the restart and stage number 3 from Watkins, Glen. It is the Finger Lakes Fiasco 132 on the Sim World Racing Network. My name, as always, Nathan Christensen, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. A couple of cars stayed out and did not come down pit road. One of those being Riley's 91. Obviously, Kyle Purcell kind of figured that would be the case on how it played out as he came down the pit road on lap number 22. Stop at that break. But Boots staying out is definitely a surprise. I see if he either just missed the pit road or has some bigger strategy in mind as he works his way through. The S is up towards the back straightaway. Ricardo didn't come down pit road. The 5 of Michael Boone, sitting in the 3rd spot. Last pitted on lap number 13, so still probably will need we'll see how far he can go if break this last stage into half maybe, and that'll be enough. Another car did not pit is the 54 Curtis Sabrin. So 4 cars on the lead lap who did not pit. Luke's 91, 01 himself, Boone's Michael Boone number 5, and Curtis Sabrin in the number 54. Of those 4 cars, we thought one for sure wouldn't pit. That's a 0-1, so a little strategy play by the other 3 to see how it shapes out here. Looks like it's the 99 Tootsie's machine of Brennan Mathia, and then Michael Kurgelek, Dave Hara, Cam Harris, James Nelson, Kelly Thomas, Travis Rodriguez, Alan Bledsoe, Kevin Packman, Tyrone, and then Dave Lafano lost a whole bunch of positions there on pit road. Not exactly sure what happened, and possibly a penalty on entry. Have to start at the tail end. Charlie in 15th position. We saw James Nelson recover up to the 10th position, back to 16th on that last stage there. So magic to work his way back towards the front. Looks like the lights are off on the pace track. Field is doubling up as we get get set to go back racing as they will complete lap 27, come back to lap 25 laps to go in this one. So what we saw, from what we saw earlier, Kyle Purcell pitted on lap 22. So I don't know how much further he could have went out there, as also with a handful of caution laps at the stage fuel. So we'll see how it turns out as we work our way towards the end of this one. So green flag will be coming out on lap number 27. There'll be 26 laps to go. Sorry. Apologize. 26 laps to go when the field comes back around to the front and start zone, and we will be set to go back green flag racing here in about half a lap. All the stages are over, nothing to do but bring it home to the finish this afternoon from Watkins, Glen International, the Finger Lakes Fiasco 132 on the Sim World Racing Network. Nathan Christensen here, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series, on the call of this one this evening, just past 9:20 Eastern Time, here from the Sim World Racing Network studio, just outside of Buffalo in Canada. Glad you could tune in for race number 28 of the season, second race of the playoffs and round number 1. One car already locked into the second round. That is the car on the screen, 91 Pilots. The 0-1 at Kyle Purcell looking to do the same thing and join him in that second round. First 4 cars on track did not pit. The first car that did pit off of pit road is that 99 in the third row. Double file into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. Back across the line to start stage 3. Oh, big jam up there as the 01 got really heavy into the brakes and things were going out of control. Kurgelak gets into the wall. Looks like Riley Hoots had a bit of an incident. He is now just getting back going here up through turn 2. He's missing his front bumper, so is the Kurgelak in 1. See if we can get a replay of what happened to start this one. Two cars involved here. We'll take a look here as they turn 1. 01 got hard on the brakes. That just started stacking cars up behind him as the 91 got sideways. He got clipped by the 41 by the 28. So take another look here at Kyle Purcell. Hard on the brakes in turn number 1. Just gave you guys know where it goes. They were not expecting to slow down that much. Kurgelak basically the one who got hard contact in the back of the first 4 and then contact in turn 40. 91 sitting across the track. And got a bunch of cars with no nose punch here. This one got to continue. And so some drivers coming up the road. Kurgelak down pit road. As he will have intentionally quickly with the mechanical black flag. Up front though, continues. New leader is going to be the 91 of Brendan Mathia. After all that, he's able to get by Kyle Purcell and the other cars that all got together, and he will be the leader as they work through the bus stop on lap number 29. Pit road, he will not lose a lap. He's back underway. One of the big movers and shakers in that situation, Dave Lafano in that number 8 machine after starting 14th on the restart, back up to 5th after only a couple of laps on the speedway at speed. So Dave Lafano making his way back through the field, already back in the top 5. Quite a different top 5 we have on our hands after that incident in turn 1. The two cars that have been up there most of the race, Mathia and Purcell there, but Dave Hara up currently sitting in 3rd spot as I mentioned earlier. Dave will be the first one to tell you, not the biggest fan of the road course racing. He puts in the time and effort to make himself better and better every time we hit a road course, and it's showing right here tonight already as we work lap number 30, and Dave's currently sitting in the 3rd spot. Behind him, though, is the 8th car, that is Dave Lafano. Salt Motorsports Grand Collision, number 8 Toyota. 3 wins on the year so far. 2 at Super Speedway races been picked up. The last lap, last corner, pass to win on 99.5. Races fourth, give Nelson 5th. Further behind him, Alan Blitzer in the 42 is now in the 6th spot. Tied with Brendan for most wins on the year in the All-American Racing Cup Series with 6. Blitzer and the American Tire Distributors number 32 out of Springfield, Missouri. Continues to get laps off here. Ken Pack, always a guy who manages to rise to the top when the time comes, so keep an eye on him as we look towards the end. He always finds himself in a good finishing spot. Prism Health Auto Serve number 16, Camaro, which is right from turn 2 from the Fiasco. That is Kenneth Pack out of Greater South Carolina. Right behind him, Cameron Harris, spoke about him earlier, just getting back through the things with the series. He missed a good majority of the races this year. Great Pack, always a competitive driver. When he's in the field driving that number 27 Mobile 1 Camry out of San Antonio, Texas. Right behind him is Michael Boone, one of the cars that did not stop on the last caution there at the end of stage number 2 out of Midlothian, Texas. 10. Right behind him, the car that started on the front row for stage number 3, which was the win last week with the streak of bad luck in coming down to the finish. This is the 91 of Riley Boots. Still continues in the power. No boost. He's probably getting some better cooling, maybe. As he works his way past Boone up into Travis Rodriguez, definitely the driver to watch earlier in this one after coming from the back on the original restart. Has fair to say has had an up and down in that number 79 Toyota out of San Antonio, Texas also. He will have, so far this year, 2 wins on the season. Chicago street course, the last road course we actually picked up this week. Talladega earning his 5th All-American Racing League Cup Series win of his career earlier this spring from Talladega. So he is up to 10th spot with a 54. Another car started deep in the field. He did not make the qualifying. That's Curtis Sovereign in the number 4 Mustang. He was one win on. You're picking up a big victory at Phoenix, racing number 3 of the June so into the playoffs on the success of that one. He's driving excellent. Car with no front bumpers and makes his way out of turn 7 down the front straightaway. Barry Garland's got a little bit loose there off the 7 going on a playoff driver. 22 machine right way doing a good job here. Barry Curtis. Tyrone Yo in the Twisted T number 2 red, white, and blue machine, which is way out of turn number 1. The driver out of York, Pennsylvania, had a bit of technical difficulties last week at the start of the event. Of course, into 30 or so laps down, and obviously just not able to make up that number of laps, but he still stayed in it and got as many spots as he could, passing the cars that dropped out over the distance and duration of the race. So Tyrone Hill back with a fully functioning full race run here tonight in that number 2. Michael Kurzweck, number 41 car, involved in that restart accident at the start of stage number 3. Buck Kicker Moza Motorsports, number 41 Ford Mustang, heading down towards the bus stop. Last car on the lead lap, sitting in the 16th position. Had to, as I said, had to come down pit road, get that mechanical black flag clear. Chad Snyder, first car 1 lap down in that number 26, that beautiful Chase Luck Tricky car brought out here today on the road course at Watkins. So glad he can continue to run this car. It's a great looking piece again. Put together by Noah over at Race Designs. Shout out to him for all all the great paints he provides all these drivers in the field. A handful of drivers use him to get the paints on their cars. This Chad currently one lap down, and currently the only driver one lap down, so kind of sitting in a lucky dog position for the top eight. Probably will not see another one unless something catastrophic happens as we get towards the end of this one. A few cars not able to finish the race. Tommy Osborne completed 20 laps, and Randy Strauss 19th, completed only 9 circuits around the track. So we will take DNF here this afternoon from Watkins. But up front, the battle for the lead still going on at Bonner Springs, Kansas. That is as I mentioned earlier, tied for the lead in race wins with the number 42 of Allen. Turn 1 and 2, the gap back to Purcell, just over 3/10 of a second through turn number 2. Still sitting in third place, the Dave Hare, but he's got company. Look at the car right behind him. That is the 8 of Dave Rafano as they work their way through the S's. Right on 4, the Gamer 2, the lead spoiler cam on the back of the 15. See if Dave's able to make a move. Rafano able to make a move down to the bus stop. Not doing quite yet. Still too far back to make an attack here on the entry to the bus stop. Right up. He's going to get a great run through the bus stop, though, able to maybe get a position on the inside through the carousel on the 15, right there on the back bumper as they head back down out of turn number 5 towards turn number 6. Dave Hara able to open a little bit of a distance between himself and Dave Hara out of Charlotte, North Carolina, via the way of West Virginia or something is what he normally tells people. Not exactly sure what that all means, but currently lives in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. But continues to run in a top 3 position here as we work our way down into turn number 1 on lap 36. He's got 2 hungry cars right behind him. As you can see, 42 of Alan Bledsoe. Currently sitting in 5th and looking to improve on that as we work our way back, excuse me, back to the S's and up to the back straight. Come down pit road to his last stop of the afternoon, getting 4 sets, full set of tires and a full tank of fuel, bringing him to the end of this one in his Castrol Edge number 54. But on track, on screen right now, continue the battle between these 3 drivers for 3rd, 4th, and 5th down the short chute towards turn 6. Looks like Bledsoe's going to have a run on Lafano this time, down into 6, but Lafano's got that inside line. Takes it around the outside, keeps his foot in, able to clear the 8. Going to do a crisscross applesauce, not quite. Dropped him behind the back of the 42, and let's see if the 42 can now go to work on the 15 in front of him. On board with the AARL weekend. The 42 tracks down the 15 into turn number 1 here at Watkins Glen. So we'll take a lap around Watkins Glen to work down past the exit pit road up through turn 2. Through what they call the S's, the left-right sweepers. And it's out to the top of the back straightaway here as they work their way down the back straightaway. A handful of drivers also on pit road. Heat Spoons and Tyrone Miller coming down to complete their pit stops. This is right in on the back of Dave Hara. Bus stop. Still right there. Has to get out of the gas a little. He's going to run into the back of him. Really slow through the carousel. Both these drivers have to pick that throttle up ever so gently each time through the carousel as they look down the short seat back to turn number 6. But on the hander before the final race hander on the front straightaway. Hare drives a little deeper than the 42. He's going to have a run to the inside this time into turn number 7. Bledsoe holds the bottom line, going to drift out in front of the 15. Put Alan Bledsoe up to 3rd. Dave Hare back to 4th as they come down the front straightaway to complete the lap 38. Looks like Dave Rafano, Ken Peck also headed down pit road as the next 2 drivers to complete the pit stop here this afternoon. Bledsoe's got in front of the Hara 15. See if he's able to make up the but right now now. Brendan Mathias sits about 8.9 seconds in front of the Bledsoe machine with the car of Kyle Purcell between himself and that 42 as Chad Snyder slow there on the inside of the carousel. That's going to force the 99 way wide. That's going to open the door for the Purcell 99. Or sorry, the Purcell 6. Brennan's able to make a move to the inside this time on the entry of 6. Not able to get it done right there. But down through 7, going to follow the line. Continue to follow the 0-1 this time. Back down the front straightaway. New leader. Back to the 0-1 at the top of the scoring pylon. To see what happened with that incident here. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. What happened? Oh, as Mathia goes way wide. Auto turn number 1, and he is going to loop it and point it the right direction. Bledsoe is going to spin it out too. That's going to open the door for Hare to get back up into 3rd spot. And it looks like he is going to go by Brennan for 2nd. Able to keep it going. Only lost 1 spot, but a ton of track position. 2 leader in the 01, Kyle Purcell. So a misstep with the Snyder 26 lot machine has put the 99 in a bad position. Then he just lost it in turn number 1 on his own. Is going to put him now back to 3rd position, quite a ways back from the leader at this point. Let's take a look. First, we want to take a look here at the Thia pass. So let's see what happened. Looks like Chad. Oh yeah, Chad gets way off pace and way slow. This is the replay of what happened to Brennan down into turn number 1. Just overcooks it there and gets a boost. Kind of the same thing that happened to Douglas. Almost had it saved, but spun it back around and made some slight contact with the retaining guardrail. Turned it back around. Past here, 5:15 here. But we're still trying to figure out what happened that cost. Looks like something happened to Chad, and he was just really slow in the carousel, and the 99 caught up to him way quicker than he thought. And that forced the 99 to go wide, and that opened the door for the pass by the 01. So, I'm not exactly 100% sure what happened, but Chad had to get really slowed up and loaded up there through the carousel, costing the 99 a good run through the inside line, put him way back. Now is down in the 10th position after making a pit stop. Looks like the race leader Kyle Purcell on pit road on lap number 40 complete. It's going to move Dave Hara into the race lead. Dave Hara of Charlotte, North Carolina, in the game new race leader this time on the 21s, chasing down the car at the tail end of the lead lap. Chad Snyder's back on pit road as Dave's gone from back to so we've got some damage to fix here. And this one is Dave Hara. Looks to make a move to the inside of Tyrone Mill, able to get that move done through the entry to the bus stop. Dave Hara now lapping the field here as he is the current leader with 14 laps to go and still 1 pit stop to make. The top 3, Hara, Nelson, and Cam Harris on track, all have yet to make a pit stop here in the final stage. Anytime now as we get towards the end of the race here. It'll be 13 laps to go across the line for the leader, whoever that may be here as they work their way through turn number 70. But kind of gap back to the other cars as I say that. Dave Hara gets on the line and gets the car slowed down and Ted onto pit road. He is going to bring Cam Harris with him on pit road. That's going to turn the lead over to James Nelson, the Harper's Ferry, West Virginia driver, driving at number 75, auto serve Ford Mustang through turn number 1, currently the race leader. But once he pits though, Kyle Purcell will be in a good spot to inject as he currently sits 2nd on track. 11 seconds behind, excuse me, the Nelson 75, but in a position to capitalize on a pit stop by the 75. So Nelson will continue to lead this one with 13 laps to go. Out front in his 75, Machine Kyle Purcell, Dave Lafrano, Mike Kurgelek, Ken Peck is your top 5 of those cars. Looks like 2 cars have yet to pit. That's James Nelson here, currently sitting in first position as well. That's the first one. Now I say that, Mike did come down pit road here in stage 3 already. Unfortunately, it was to repair damage after a first lap incident in turn 1 of the stage. But he will not have enough fuel to make it to the end of this one, so he will have to come back down pit road. And see, last time on pit road was lap 28 at 41. Nelson cruises by the pit entry one more time, this time down into turn 1. Still leading the way is the 75 machine of Purcell, but Purcell has the lead down to about 5 seconds this time as they work through turns 1 and 2 and up the S's. There you see Tyrone Hill, the last couple of the lead lap. Move over to the left-hand side, let the 75 before they even get to the bus stop to give them enough room to maneuver through the bus stop successfully without incident. It's those inside curbs through the corners, and that is the 75. And also we'll take a look a little further back there. You can see the difference back to 01 with Purcell as he works his way through the bus stop in second, sitting about 9.9 seconds off the leader at this point. Currently got it in third. Just entering the carousel right now is our Assault Motorsports Holyoke Cornhole Bag Grand Collision number 8 Toyota. That is Dave Lafrano. So this is a second spot once the pit stop cyclist has completed. Currently sitting in third with the James Nelson 75 still on track, leading the way back down through turn 1. Looks like he's going to run this right out to the end. We'll take a quick look here at pit stop strategy there on the left hand side of the screen. So last time pit road, as I mentioned, lap 25, so still has to make a pit stop here before this one. Same for the Kurgelek 41 there in 4th position in that chart. Last on pit road at lap 28, so definitely not enough fuel, I wouldn't think, to make it to the end of this one. So we'll see how the pit strategy plays out and where they blend back in after the completion of the pit stops. Too hard here in this one, knowing that his gap back to the 3rd place running car, that is Dave Lafrano, is at about 10 seconds back to machine. So with that in mind, definitely not pushing it too hard, as the gap has stayed pretty steady over from himself back to Nelson. But as I say that, Nelson heads down pit road to complete his final stop for the afternoon. That's going to open the door for Purcell to cycle his way back to the top of the scoring pylon this time. With a 10.3 second lead now over Dave Lafrano. See the gap back, 5. So the closest car is 10.5 seconds back. So again, I don't think we're going to see Purcell push too hard here over the last 10 laps, as that gap is quite large and it looks like it's growing slightly every lap, so no need to really push it. In a great position to bring this home in one piece, collect that big win and propel yourself into round 2, round 12 here in the Watkins. Down through turn 6 now on this circuit, working on lap 45. With 45 complete, 9 to go next time after the run. As he moves through turn 7, we'll take a look a little further back. There is the 2nd place driver as he now just enters turn 6 and 7 complex. 11 seconds off the leader is the 8 Assault Motorsports Toyota of Dave Lafrano. Brendan Mathia in the Tootsie's 99 holding on to 3rd. was a little closer to Purcell earlier in the stage, but miscue with the 26 being in his preferred lane through the carousel cost him the lead, and then on that next lap down into turn 1 just got himself out of shape, spun it around and lost a handful of positions, but most importantly a ton of time to the leader. So currently sitting in third, he is 17 seconds off the back bumper of Purcell 01. Behind him though, the guy we like to see come to the top at the end of these ones, Ken Pack, always in the position for a good finish towards the end of each of these races as he works his way through. Oh, big bump there over the inside curbs through the bus stop. That is Ken Pack currently running in the 4th position. Behind him, a great rebound here in the last part of this race is the 75. That is Jamie Nelson in his auto shirt Ford Mustang. Last car in the stage. See if that is able to propel him to a top 5 finish. He's currently sitting in 5th, so in good shape. Looking to track down the 16. Ken Pack this time through turn 7. Back onto the start finish line. Only 8 laps to go for all these drivers this time across the line. Right behind him is Cam Harris in his number 27 Camry. Down into turn 1 he goes. He is being chased by the gamer to the lead 15. That is Dave Harry. Led some laps earlier in this one. Definitely a surprise to be this close to the top of the pylon here in the road course race, but happy for a good result for Dave as he worked with 8 laps towards finish BBS's into the straightaway. Our early race guy to watch, Travis Rodriguez on that number 79, still up 7 positions from his original starting spot. Probably not going to be too happy with the result, as he's currently sitting in the 8th position, was up at one point on the front row of a restart. So Travis Rodriguez currently running in 7th, hoping to hold on for a 7th place finish here over the last 7 laps, as the leader has completed about 47, working on 48. Just taking a look at the last few cars in the top 10. This is the American Tire Distributors number 40. So out of the carousel, looking to chase down Travis. And then the last car in the 10th place, last position in the top 10. Thomas working down towards turn 6. And we got Michael Kurdzak currently just outside of the top 10, also made a late pit stop, lap 44, after being involved in that incident on the first lap of the final stage. Works his way through turn 7, back on to start the finish straight. Out front though, it's all Kyle Purcell, 11.15 seconds as he works his way through turn 6 and 7. And we're coming down to 6 laps to go this time out of turn number 4. Let's take another quick look here at the upcoming events for the All-American Racing League as we work towards the end of September. Handful of events for both the trucks and the Cup Series here in this one. Next race for the All-American Racing League Cup Series is the final race around 16, September 3rd from Bristol Motor Speedway. Then we go shift to the round of 12, so 4 drivers will be eliminated at the end of the Bristol race, as the round of 12 goes for race number 1 from Kansas. Head to the Super Speedway at Talladega for the 17th of September, and then finally the 24th of September, we head to the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the elimination race in round number 2. The round of 12. Don't forget, we have a truck series runs every Sunday night here on the SimWorld Racing Network. Round 10, the elimination race for round 10 goes September 8th from Kansas Speedway. And then the first round of the round of 8 goes September 15th from Talladega Speedway. So that is all the action you'll see here from the All-American Racing League over the next handful of weeks to round out the month of September. All that's going on while the 0-1 continues to lead the way up through the Essex on the back straightaway. 5 laps to go this time. That time across the line, for the 0-1 machine as he works his way through the bus stop. Again, still running in second. Dave Lafano, about 12 seconds off the pace. And then behind him is the 99 of Mathai. A couple of lap cars between himself and Lafano up in second. So everyone's sitting pretty here in the top 3 as they run right now. No real chance of anyone losing a podium position. Out of turn number 7 this time. 4 laps to go for your leader. It is the 0-1. Turn number 1. Carousel here, riding on board. Just on his right shoulder as he out of turn 5 and down towards turn 6. Back to the second place car. As Purcell heads up through the S's. 3 to go for these drivers. Watkins, Glen. Brendan McDyer now has his sights set directly on the 8 car. Between himself and the Cardinals with the 3 S's here on the back straightaway. We'll see the 8 car up there in the distance. The bus stop. 5. Good. Bus stop. Quick line. For the fly, and it takes it to the 99 car. Up front though, the 0-1 as he heads up through the S's. 2 laps to go this time for the Purcell machine as he works his way up the hill. Now into the bus stop. Across the line, white flag in the air for the Purcell. 0-1 continues to lead the way by over 13 seconds back to the lead of Dave Lafano, and then 16 seconds back to the 99 and Mathai as they work their way on the final circuit here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. just under 2.42 miles around. One last time through the bus stop. Here's the 01 of Purcell now heading into the carousel. Is going to be 2 corners between him and his third. Second on the road course after picking up the first at Worldwide Technology Race. Your third win on the year will come at Watkins, but pretty much coasted in from here, as they say. There's 6 down. Shoot into turn number 7. Down to the checkered flag. This one is going to be all Kyle Purcell, all after him, picking up his 3rd victory of the year. Kyle Purcell out of turn 7, across the starting finish line, and he will be the winner of the Finger Lakes Fiasco 132. Second place right here in turn 7 himself, Dave Lurfano in Motorsports Grand Collision. Julio Cornhole Bags and Boards, number 8. He's down across the line here to pick up the 2nd position. Followed closely by Brendan Mathai in 3rd. Ken Peck in that 16 Prisoner Health Machine works his way also off the 7th. He'll come home in a solid 4th pace position. Behind him, the car in 5th will be the 27 of Cannon Harris. Right behind him, James Nelson in the 7th. Black Shape Machine in 6th. Travis Rodriguez up 8 spots from his original starting position. That is the 7th place finisher. 8th will go to Dave Hara. 9th with 42 of Alan Bledsoe. Michael Kurgelak, big rebound for him after a first lap stage 3 issue caused him to have to pit early. He will come across and finish in 10th. Kelly Thomas right behind him in his number 28 will be across the line, rounding out in 11th. Then we'll see back here the Castro Edge 54. That's Curtis Sabrin. He will come across the line for 12th. Tyrone Yo should be coming around here. It looks like he is already across the start finish line. Tyrone will finish. We'll take a second here to watch the burnouts happen from Kyle Purcell, but we will head to the post-race show, get a couple of interviews for you. Just give me a few seconds while we get the drivers on the line. Hey Brendan, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
A solid 3rd place finish for you. Obviously, have to be a little bit disappointed with that. Was leading there in the 3rd stage and just had a bit of an issue with a lapped car and then spun out in turn number 1, costing you more than anything track time from the leader. So obviously still a good rebound for 3rd here, and it's probably going to propel you right on into the 2nd round.
Yeah, I think I'm going to clinch after that one. I won't be here for the next race on vacation, but super frustrating. Kyle was obviously the dominant car, but I thought I had something there, and fortunately the lap car got in my way and lost me the spot. I thought I did a really good job at keeping the distance between me and Kyle, and then that happened, and then I got super frustrated, lost focus, and looped it around. Came in and pit and able to salvage a 3rd place finish.
Well, still a solid result. Hopefully, this will give you enough to move on through to the next round, and we'll obviously won't talk to you next race, but hopefully we can keep talking to you through the rest of the playoffs.
Awesome, thank you.
Third place finisher Brendan Mathia there in the 99. We'll see if we can grab a word with Dave Lurfano in 2nd spot. Hey Dave, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Nathan.
2nd place here at the road course at Watkins, Glen. Can't be too disappointed with that finish, I wouldn't think.
No, I don't think anyone really had anything for Kyle really all night. He was lights out. I made a mistake at the end of stage 1 and sped coming into pit road and kind of got myself behind and had to work my way back. I guess Brendan and some of those other guys just had more problems than I did, so able to capitalize on a 2nd place run.
Well, solid run here in race 2 of the playoffs. This should help solidify your position with one race to go here before the second round. But hopefully we'll keep talking to you through the rest of the playoffs here, Dave.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
All right, that was runner-up tonight, Dave Lurfano. Now we'll see if we can get a word with winner in the 01, Kyle Purcell. Hey, Kyle, it's Nathan in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Congrats on picking up third win on the year for you, second on the road course. Definitely we're the car to beat tonight. We're running behind the 99 there early in that second or final stage, but able to make that pass and check out on the field and pick up the third win. How's that feel?
It feels good because, I've always been sort of like a best of the rest type of driver on road courses. So to have 2 road course wins this year, and especially one here that hasn't traditionally been my best, I just figured out the S's and the bus stop really well, I think, and was able to be okay enough at the rest of the track that I was able to make good times. And man, the 99 was so fast on the second half of the track, I was just struggling to keep on his bumper. But unfortunately, a rejoin right in front of him gave me the opening I needed, and then I never saw him again. So I think he spun out or something, got caught up. So that sucks because he was super fast. Lurfano and Juggles were both fast, but just able to keep the car clean despite a couple of near disasters, and that's all it takes sometimes.
Well, again, congrats on the third win. Obviously going to propel you automatically into the second round, so hopefully we'll continue chatting with you here as we move through the playoffs, and good luck at the run for the championship.
Thank you. Appreciate the broadcast as always.
Okay, that was tonight's winner, Kyle Purcell, driver of the 01 machine. Let's see here if we can take a look at the final standings of this one for everyone. Here, we'll pull them up on screen. There they come. So the Finger Lakes Fiasco 132 from the Watkins Glen International. Obviously the winner, Kyle Purcell, by almost 14 seconds over second place finisher Dave Lurfano. Brendan Mathia bringing it home in third after a bit of an issue in the third stage with the lap car, and then just losing focus and like you said, spinning himself out, unfortunately. But still a solid third place finish. Obviously, like you said, not able to be here next week. So hopefully the points he has came into the playoffs with obviously 6 wins, a lot of bonus points, able to put him in a good position here moving towards the second round. Ken Pack, solid finish for Ken, coming home in fourth. Cam Harris rounding out the top 5. Great rebound from an earlier race incident for James Nelson. Travis Rodriguez started in the back of this one after spinning out on his qualifying attempt. He will finish in 7th, just in front of Dave Hara in his number 15 there in 8th. Alan Bledsoe and Michael Kurgelek round out your top 10. 11th through 18th is Kelly Thomas, Curtis Sobrin, Tyrone Yo, Larry Garnes, Michael Boone. Just a few drivers, a handful of drivers unable to make the finish of this one. That is Riley Hoots, Chad Snyder, and Tommy Osborne. And then Randy Sprouse unable to also make the finish of this one, 45 laps off the pace. So that is the rundown from the final standings. We're going to take a quick look here, like I said, again, on the upcoming schedule. Next week we're coming to you from Bristol Motor Speedway for the final race of the round of 16. The first round of the playoffs will come to a conclusion. We'll say goodbye to 4 drivers' chances at a run for the championship. We'll reset the field and reset the points for round 12 in 2 weeks. I just want to thank everyone for joining us here on the Sim World Racing Network. My name is Nathan Christensen, voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Easy for me to say. Hopefully you can join us next week from Bristol. For now, make sure you tune in this Friday as the Quick Finishers Racing League has an event Friday night brought to you by AutoServe. It'll be Dave Hara and Dave Lurfano on the call of that one. On the air usually around 10 to 8 on Friday Eastern Time. Make sure you tune in for that broadcast. And then we'll see you back here next Tuesday night for Bristol.